Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'll do that again. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Story Forge podcast, the greatest storytelling podcast this world, nay, this universe, nay, this multi-dimension reality has ever seen. I want to drop some hard F-bombs, but I can't for the overlords that always fudge. I am your humble host, Dominique Mondesir, with the one and only best-selling, time-writing, international, ding-a-ling swinging King Kong himself,
Gabriel, King Dingaling Rathweg. What is up, people? What is up?
What is up, everyone?
You, dog. I missed you.
I missed you too, my brother. I miss you too. What is up?
I wanted to show a quick picture to the audience of you in the Storyforge background here with your devil horns and your lightened skin. Look at that. Look at skin. That.
I'm going full Cisco Fong Song.
You're like Michael Jackson over here.
Yeah, I go with Cisco. For those who don't know, Cisco Fong Song got me over a many summer. How are you?
That was going somewhere. Where are you going with that? How did it get you over?
Oh,
the summer.
Fong, like when Fong Song came out, I think I was in secondary school, and shit was just getting wild. It was just a fun time.
Whoa.
A fun time. The Fong Song.
We'll keep that for later.
We'll keep that for later.
Sexual assault and those kind of things, and later in the podcast. How you been, dog? How you been? I missed you, man. How's London or how's UK treating you, sir?
It's rainy. It's rainy as all hell. You know what? It's been raining. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even lying. I'm not even exaggerating. For the last 3 weeks, drizzle, grayness, purgatory. Just crappy weather, UK. Crappy weather. Makes me want to emigrate, makes me want to leave the country, makes me want to travel more. That's one thing I've been thinking about a lot, is just going digital for a little while. Just hitting, and then just like traveling to different, much like you did, different like locations.
Yo, why not?
What I'm writing. So yeah. So
what's stopping you? Cutting in.
Numerous things. Money.
Why not, motherfucker?
Money more than anything.
Money. Okay, wait. Realistically, though, how much money do you need?
I don't know. That's not a good question. I've never taken that step. That is a good question, realistically.
Have you talked to the Mises?
I have. I'm a bougie bitch.
I'm so down.
She's actually is down. I'm a very bougie bitch. So I ain't doing any hostels. I ain't doing any stinky feet. I listen to like an Aussie man in a bunk bed wanking above me. So yeah, it has to be hotels, it has to be saunas, it has to be swimming pools. I've worked too hard, damn it, but not to be.
It's pretty easy to do that, dude.
I know.
You know that.
I know.
It's pretty easy. Thailand, Vietnam, even Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe, you can do that. You can get pretty cheap. You could live.
That's true.
For a third to a fourth of what you do now, really well. Really well, especially if your books, if you make.
So for that,
$2,000 to $3,000 a month.
Do you know Jasmine Waltz, the writer?
Let me think. Am I gay now? Nope, not gay. She's not gay, so I don't know.
You should. She's one of the like Craig Martell. You know Craig Martell.
I do know Craig Martell.
Yeah, so she's one of the OGs, and she a couple of years ago
started like 20 books.
Yeah. So one of the OGs.
Does she write porn?
Romantasy. So not quite, like just on the edge, like nipples out, that sort of shit. But anyway,
I'm down for nipples out.
No full penetration. Just rated 15. Or rated like shit, we're going all over the place. But I was watching like, 80s movies.
Dude, I love them. They're my fucking bread and butter.
And
I love them. I think I cussed in that. Hey, we had like 40 people watching.
Yeah.
And now we have 2.
That was real life. YouTube just went deep.
Negativo, Oswego. No, I love 80s movies. I love 80s movies.
The reason I was gonna say 80s movies is like it'll say 12 at the beginning of the movies and just
what do you mean 12?
Like rated 12.
Oh, PG-13?
Yeah, PG-13. So we've got 12 here, but PG-13.
No wonder you guys are pedophiles.
So
wait, shout
out to Prince.
Again,
shout out to Prince Andrew.
Pedo-edos.
Shout out to Prince Andrew. But yeah,
Pedo. Prince Pedo. Prince Pedo.
I was gonna say, yeah. So
Prince Pedo.
like watching 80s movies, and it's like rated 12, and then it's just like semi-nudity. They did not give a damn. Just here's some tits, here's an ass.
You're European though. You're like you guys just have naked stuff.
Yeah, that's true. They're
just naked things on TV. They'll be like naked. All right, look at this naked lady on TV. That's cool. Yeah, that's like my wife and I'll be watching TV and I'll be like, huh, she's hot. I don't say that. You know, like, there you go. There's naked people all over the TV. And then my wife turns her head. She looks at me like, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, nothing at all. Nothing at all. I wanted to put in your book. I want to look up your new book that just released.
Oh, Dominique, yeah. So
let's see. Before we keep gabbing and chatting and talking, waxing philosophical and get kicked off YouTube for being too. Dude, I'm so ready to talk so much smack today.
Okay, let's talk smack.
No, not yet. We gotta put it later so we don't get kicked off YouTube. But
my book came out like a week ago. Doing okay in the charts, rankings quite well. I've got 5 stars. People seem to love it. Who read it? It just getting people to read it. That's the issue I'm having. But yeah, I'm really happy with the story. Book 3 is.
Tell us a little bit about it, bro. Real quick for the people listening.
Destroyer of Gods, an epic progression fantasy. If you like them big, thick, juicy books, then this is the book. This is the series for you. I think book 1 and book 2 combined almost 500,000 words. Book 1 is paperback, audio, and ebook. Book 2 is just book 2's got ebook, audiobook as well. Is that the audiobook symbol for book 2?
Yes, sir.
Oh shit! Book 2's got audio as well. Who knew?
You do. Who do? You do.
I do. So yeah. So all of them are paperback. All of them an ebook. They are. I really love the series. I just
Tell us a little about it. What's it about?
It got more attention. Sorry, I'm bad at selling myself. It's about a man.
Okay, wait. Stop. All right, all you plethora of people listening to our Story Forge podcast. Dominique Mondesir, the international best-selling author of such titles as Junkyard Dogs.
Bam.
And now, Destroyer of Gods. 5 stars with books 1 and 2. Book 2, Destroyer of Gods, a progression fantasy epic. Tell me about this, sir.
It's 3 main characters. Isaac, who is out for revenge to kill a god because said god killed his parents. It has Felicity Cooper, who is out for revenge against one of the most powerful families in the universe because I can't even say that word. They did some things against her will.
Graping.
Yep, and she's out for revenge. She's kind of like a cat burglar. Amazing Asian. She's an Asian persuasion lady. Beautiful. Mwah. Shout out to my Asian ladies. And
Dom's got yellow fever. Dom's got a little bit of yellow fever. He's a little bit of he likes a banana pudding. You would say, come on.
And
he like a soya salsa testa.
And
you like
Francisco Rico, who is out to clear his family name because Rico, the name Rico, is almost synonymous with the name not Lucifer. The guy. Shit. What? The apostle who betrayed God. Lazarus, not Lazarus. Judas, yes. So he's the modern day Judas. So he's out to change his name, and they all are in this different dimension called the other side, and it's just hilarity. It's dark, it's gritty. There's unicorns fucking people to death. There is all sorts of gills. There is progression building. There is fractions warring. So many characters, world building. Oh, just love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Get it now.
Everyone, support Dom. Read Destroyer of Gods, books 1 and 2. Check it out on Royal Road right now if you want a sneak preview.
That's
but
true.
You're going to love it. It's a great book. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. Even my wife is listening to it.
Oh, shit.
She won't even listen to my shit.
No way.
Yeah, man.
Is she listening to book 1 or book 2?
Book 1.
Okay. It's very dark, so she probably like it.
She doesn't like all the killing stuff. She's not really into the killing, you know?
There's a lot of killing in this.
But you know, hey, she likes you and she supports her friends.
Thank you.
She even read. Never mind. I don't want to put that out there.
She even read what? One of my books. Okay.
No.
Okay. All right.
I don't really know where I was going with that. I was just talking shit.
All right, fair. I know you said you were going to talk some shit today.
We have a friend that wrote a book, but he won't like publish it.
Okay.
And she read it, and I was like, "Why would you do that?"
It wasn't that good.
I don't know. I just wouldn't read somebody's book. I just would read somebody's manuscript and be like, "Hey, give me your thoughts." I just wouldn't. Be like, I don't want to do that.
I am very particular. This is why I like you a lot. So,
because
I never read friends' books. I think you're the only person whose books I've read.
Oh, thanks, man.
So I've read other people's books, and I'm like, I'm very, very picky in the stories that I read, and I critique harshly. And your book was a banger, so it's like, go on.
Well, that's the thing, like. Most people can't handle the criticism of reading.
No, so I don't.
I was like, hey, if you write a book you don't like it, you can tell me. I don't care. But most people can't handle that. You know.
That gut, So, but yeah, let's talk about my island.
I like you because you got a big dick, dude.
Thank you. Actually, saying, so those who don't know, I was late to the podcast because I said to Gabe I was washing my pussy, which is in fact correct. My cat, who's very senior, she's about 17 years old, pissed herself while sleeping and still slept in it. So I had to give her a wash. And she's an indoor cat.
Yeah, that's what's up. I have our kid died at about 20, just recently passed away. But I planted him under a yuzu tree.
What's the yuzu tree?
It's a Japanese citrus.
Oh,
like
cool.
A cross between like a lemon and like a limey kind of
thing.
So
it gives fruit.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a yuzu fruit. Oh shit.
Yeah. 100%, dude.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's talk about my island because
I am so excited. Let me finish posting.
I know this is the first book. My Island is the first book which was birthed on this fucking. The title was birthed on this show. Like, do you know how amazing that is?
That's true, dude. That's true. That's 100% true, man.
That the title, everything, it just was birthed. It was given life on this show. How many other motherfuckers can say that, huh? How many other podcasts can say that? Look at that. You got Thundercats. You got
that is a dope cover. That is a dope cover. Man.
Talk to you about it. Talk to me about it, Mr. Gabriel Rathweg. Give us your thoughts on this book. I'm holding a microphone in your face.
Looks like you're holding a dick in my. Bro, I'm so excited about this book. Like this podcast, the Story Forge episode 38, is turned into a pimp our new books coming out. But you know what? That's what we do. We are self-published authors who write, advertise, do all of our own stuff. So, you know, My Island is a 3-book series about the main character, Law, who goes back for his 10-year high school reunion. And
what's Law's second name? I love that name, Law.
His last name.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's either it might be.
Well, you don't have to give a second name. Some characters I never give a second name to.
Well, there's going to be one, but it's going to be something that's like going to fit in with the story, and I'm not quite sure what it is yet.
Oh, okay. So go on. So Law is teleported, gone. His family
he goes back for his 10-year reunion, and it's pretty dark for me because I don't usually write stuff like this, but like, you know, graduates high school because like and runs away from home, like not runs away, but like leaves home because like one of his friends commits suicide.
Okay.
And then he comes back for the reunion to like face his demons, and then they get transported to a new world.
Okay.
And then the new world, like it's not he gets transported, but it's not just him. It's actually I hate that. I've been trying really not to say actually and literally a lot because I find the two words to be annoying as F. But the main character is the homestead, not Law. He's a side character, so that's why it's like My Island Homestead Depot, because they transport this portion of the world, you know, and that goes to this new world called Hibernia, and he's like a caretaker of the homestead along with the cat. They're like features of the homestead. So I'm trying to tell it from a different perspective. So they kind of have to run around as the grunts and do all the things to fix the place up, whereas the powers actually come from the home itself.
Very, very, very nice.
Yeah, lots of murder, death, lots of killing, lots of swearing, lots of just dark themes. You know, lots of facing inner demons, and you know, again, we were talking about 80s movies earlier, right? Yeah. And that's my bread and butter, dude. I grew up in the 80s that was my formative years. And the 80s movies were like children's 80s movies were always dark. There was like kidnapping, there was murder, there was the banks repossessing, like the Goonies, right? Hey, the bank's repossessing our house because our father doesn't make enough money. Let's go on a treasure hunt to save the city. You know, it's like, okay. And then like you go and you find like, you know, this like dark themes, but people overcoming them, like, and it's a real big throwback to that. So even the main character is the homestead's the main character for like the power in the book, but the Law, the main character, he grows up in the 80s and 90s, so he thinks in that way. So he won't be thinking like even though he's in a magical world, you know, he's not thinking about the modern world we live in. It's like 20-30 years earlier. Do you know what I mean? Cool.
Yeah, makes sense.
Even then it takes place, so it's like a multi-thematic. Okay. And then it's a progression fantasy / tower builder / RTS / lit RPG / science fiction fantasy. So it's a multi-theme book, and just really excited about it. It's so good, dude. It's so good.
Good.
Yeah.
You even got ranking, so I don't know. You were in the 40s.
I've already sold like I'm in the 50s now, but
okay.
It was in the 40s or something. But yeah, it's doing great, dude.
Yeah, you're selling some shit. Yeah.
I think it's in the top 100 new releases, and I haven't even been pimping it at all.
Nice.
Let's see where we are. We are at for alternate history science fiction, we're number 17.
Oh, nice.
It's not even out yet, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be great, dude. It's gonna do really well. I'm excited. Hopefully I'll hit the top. I know I'll hit the top 250 with this book. I know it.
Okay.
But beyond that, I don't know. It's gonna be pretty cool. But I think that's it for me, pimping my she. What about you, bro? Should we tell stories?
Let's tell some stories, my brother. Let's tell some stories. No, nothing at all. Got a new story on the news. So I've got a new series which is coming, which I'll be writing after Destroyer of Gods is done. Gabe just gave me a dope title. We just workshopped it before coming on. I am super excited for this series. So yeah, but apart from that, that's it. That is it. Oh, I am reading Recreated as a Farmer. Good book. I like it. Really like it.
Reincarnated as a Benjamin Correa.
Yeah, as a farmer.
Yeah. That was a good book.
Good book for his first. If that's his, he said that's his first book. Yeah, really good debut novel. The man can write. Shout some
Yeah,
prayers. Yeah, shout some prayers out to him because it looks like he's going through some family drama at the moment. So his writing's on hiatus. But let us get into a story. Go on, we're gonna say.
Yes, thoughts and prayers. What are you laughing for, bro? Why are you such a dick? Bro.
Sorry, your face. Anyway.
This guy. What is that, bro? What is that? Hey, BK. Thoughts and prayers.
And to be fair, on a real note, I met the guy in Vegas. He's cool, tall as shit, but really cool. Anyway,
you didn't see him in Denver?
No, shit, he wasn't in Denver.
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Yeah. He didn't say hi to you.
I honestly did not see him in Denver.
Wow. I'm just saying, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. No, seriously. I wish everybody. I do. I talk a lot of shit for fun, but no, seriously. I hope whatever's going on in your family, it does well.
Anyway.
If there's anything to what Dom's saying, he's just making shit up by saying people's families messed up, but he just says those things.
I just read it in Reddit, so it's probably not even true anyway. But
okay, everybody.
I've got a story idea. So are you ready?
Wait.
Okay. So
that's prayers.
What a cunt, as we would say in the UK. Anyway,
you got a story idea. Okay.
I've got a story idea.
Okay, wait. Before you say it,
yeah,
let's listen. I'm ready.
Okay, so we're gonna be two opposing forces. I'll be the bad guy.
Ooh.
You're gonna be the good guy.
Wait. What if we're both the good guys?
No, fuck that. I'm not the bad guy.
You think you're the good guy, and I think I'm the good guy.
No. This story. So, premise. No, premise. You are holed up in a farm-like setting, right? You're protecting it's tower defense. You're protecting against an invading, not orc army, but orc banditry. I am the orc grunt general. I am coming to rapage, pillage, and take what is mine while you defend your home against the invading force. Got it?
Can I change some aspects of this?
Go on.
As we're going on?
Yeah, of course. I'll start. All right. Ready? Put the music on.
Wait. All right, here we go. Hold on.
Let me.
Everyone, thank you for tuning in to episode 38 of The Story Forge with Dominique Mondesir and Gabriel Rathweg.
All right, I'm jumping. I'm going to jump. I'm ready.
All right, here we go. And
music.
Today's tale is one of auditory delights and is sure to titillate your
titties. It's sure to titillate your titties. There we go.
There we go.
Play some music, my son.
Episode 38 of The Story Forge.
Lower the music a smidge. Oh, what the fuck? There we go. On
episode 38 of The Story Forge.
I commanded my armies for war, pillage, food, and the pleasures of the flesh. High up on the ridge, me and my men looked down upon a village that was walled off in the distance. Between us and them was nothing but open open pasture, a river, idyllic, running round it. Birds chirping, deers could be seen in the forest far back in the distance, where these peasants gathered their food, wood, and water. We had traveled far, me and my orc brethren, far and wide, and along the way, we had slaughtered many who offended us. It had been 5 days when I had sent out an envoy to this pesky village. Atop my warhog, I waited for news of what the village thought regards to my proposal. It was simple. They deliver me their firstborn daughters, 60% of all produce, and 80% of all golds and precious metals. I was being generous and to allow them to live. I knew that they had no defense, no weaponry, nothing at all. Michael, my youngest, snottiest rider, had been sent as the diplomat, although orcs knew no such word as diplomacy. Puh! They instead used the mighty sword, the mighty axe, the mighty steel to get what they wanted. In the distance, a warhog rode towards us, trailing dust. My men, eager for blood, strained forward, and I raised a hand. Patience, brothers, patience. As the warthog grew closer and closer, I noticed that there was something odd. The warthog screamed, snot running down its nostrils, one tusk missing. I got off my war stallion, Jubadeus the Great, who had carried me into many a battle, handed the reins to my second in command, and walked down the slope, the hill. The warhog was in a frenzy. Dodging left to right, I jumped and grabbed its reins and held, muscles straining against the wild animal as it bucked, and fought against my control. Whoa there. Whoa. Getting closer, I saw it was covered in blood, guts, and by the gods, Michael's head lay rested, speared to the hide of the warhog, and in his mouth was a note. Walking forward, I detached it from his mouth and opened it. The message was simple. Come get some if you're tough enough, you cunts.
The thunder rolled and the lightning struck. The vibration of the 4 engines on the C-130 rattled my body to the core. I was thankful that I had a wad of chewing gum in my mouth the size of a golf ball. Otherwise, I'd probably have bitten my tongue off. I hated these night missions. Jumping into enemy territory in the middle of the night in pitch blackness was hard enough. When you added a thunderstorm with lightning striking every other second that can cook a man alive. Well, if I was being honest with myself, it just added to the excitement. Regular, good old skydiving just didn't do it anymore. Things that used to get me off and get me going, they weren't enough. I needed battle. I needed to be jumping thousands, hundreds of miles behind enemy lines and then killing people. And that's what we were doing tonight. That's why me, Big Dick, Little Balls, Lefty, Right Eye, and Pig Face, the best squad in all of SEAL Team 6. Just go with me, Dom. Just go with me. We're going on this mission. We were taking out Al-Ahwadi Baghdadi, the fuckface, the fourth. We were jumping into Al-Dakhaf. And not only were we going to kill Baghdadi and his top generals, but they were having a wedding. And none of the participants and guests were leaving alive. Every man, woman, and child was to be unalived. Boom! Bang! The lightning and thunder struck again. The C-130 shook and rattled. The winds and forces outside at play, almost overwhelming the flying mechanical marvel. The other squad members of my team turned away from checking their weapons and looked to me, the squad leader, King Dingaling himself, Jack the Knife. All right, boys, I said as the green light turned on in the cargo hold of the C-130. 2 minutes from drop time. Remember, no faffing around, Big Dick, you hear me? We're to go in, shoot first, no questions asked. All right? Pigface raised his hand, but I just gave him a glare. I said, no questions, Pigface. The green light turned yellow. 1 minute, get ready. We all stood up from our uncomfortable aluminum benches as the transport plane shook around us. But that was okay. This was all part of the deal. The hum and whine of the tailgate of the C-130 started to lower. Immediately, the wind and rain from the thunderstorm outside began to buffet us in there. All 5 of my teammates and I held on to our safety lines, grabbing our balance until the cargo ramp finally finished opening. The yellow light turned red, and we were ready to go. I was first, and without further ado, I started moving forward to the end of the platform, pushing against the howling rain and wind, until finally reaching the edge and the end of my safety harness. With one final deep breath, I leapt out into the thunderstorm. The world turned into a maelstrom of wind, sound, and rain. It took me a few moments of breathing and concentration to orient myself. The constant booming of thunder and striking of lightning was more helpful than I thought it would be, as with every strike of lightning, I was able to gather my position and face myself in the air. Boom! Lightning struck, and I could see the world, the earth coming up below me. We had to jump from 20,000 feet up so as to stay out of enemy radar. But now, in our custom radar diffusing stealth suits, we could parachute in undetected and take out the bad guys with extreme force. My altimeter kicked down, lightning struck around me, but I just grinned, my face screaming in a rictus of ecstasy as my adrenaline shot up and I could feel death coming closer with every second. Of course, I knew I would live. I always did. But it was this moment in between where I didn't know what would happen next. And then lightning struck a final time, or another time, this time brighter and longer than all the rest. Right as I pulled my chute and then screamed in pain, the bolt hit me. My chute line snapped and I began to flail and spin out of control, whipping through the thunderstorm, spinning through the air uncontrollably. The G-forces pulling my body this way and that. I screamed and screamed. I tried to pull my backup chute. My body wouldn't listen to me, my muscles convulsing from the electrical shot of the lightning bolt. But in the back of my mind, I was there. I saw it all happening as if watching from third person. And somehow, I had a brief moment of clarity. I was gonna fucking die. I was really gonna die. And then I started to laugh. Right as my body gained control of itself, and I yanked the reserve chute. But it was too late. I was already 1,000 feet from the ground, and as my chute escaped from its bag, it didn't have time to work, and I hit the ground with a bone-crushing thunk, and all I saw was blackness.
Across the plains, we had waited for darkness. Although we were mighty, we were the destroyers of death itself. We knew better than to plow headfirst into enemy territory during the day across an open field with nothing but our wits, our raw strength and power, and our hogs. No. Although my men were angry at Michael's death, we had sung the great song of Okna. Huh?
Michael the Orc?
Michael the Orc. We had sung Michael the Orc, who we later found out had his testicles, his nuts, his childbearing fruit shoved in his mouth along with the note. We had buried him, sung the great song to Okna, danced the great dance, and built fires in his name. As darkness came, I had the orc men. I had the orc men build fire upon fire upon fire along the ridgeline. More than we needed, but it was there to confuse the enemy, to make them think that our numbers were more superior than they first thought. As 10, 20, 100, hundreds of flames burnt across the ridgeline, casting us in shadows and also obstructing their night vision. Lightning, thunder raced across the plains. The warhogs cried and bucked as fear spread through the ranks. Hold, men! This is only a test. Hold! I pounded my chest as the man next to me, Wonkai the Third, and the man opposite him, One Tusk the First, and the man next to him, Scar Dingaling, all began to pound their chests. We started to pound as one, as the Brotherhood, as the Destroyers, signaling left, signaling right, horns. Sounded across the ridgeline. I spread the horn blowers far and wide to confuse the enemy, again masking our presence. Little grunt man came up to me. Lord, sire, is it time? Is it smash? Is it snook time? Patience, youngling, patience. We ride when the god Oktar himself gives us the sign. My steed bucked, eager for the taste of blood. As I waited, as the rains came down, I knew we had to move fast, otherwise they would extinguish the flames. But in Oktar's greatness, as the rains passled against the flames and hisses started to come out, the smoke from the flames caused more confusion and obstructed our vision and also our enemies. The time was right. Ready! Charge! Feet, hooves pounding, men screaming in ecstasy. My green dingling was hard. Hard and prepared for what was to come. In Oktar's name, we eat human tonight.
Darkness was the only thing that I knew. It sounds trite to say, but it was all-encompassing. No sound, no sight, nothing. Just black. And then, ever so softly, sounds and light came to me. Slowly at first. And those sounds were familiar. They were the sounds of battle, of death, of screams of pain and roars of ecstasy. Those were sounds I knew well. My eyes shot open and I looked around me. What the fuck? How was I not dead? But also, on top of that, how was I not in some shithole, mud-walled thatch house in the middle of the fucking Arabian desert? Instead, I was sitting in the center of what looked like small European village with shitty mud hut houses of their own, but everything was not how it should be. Instead of sand, dirt, and people screaming Allahu Akbar, all I heard were the roars of monsters and the shouts of men? Oh, look out! Here they come! Watch out for the orcs! Jambos! Although I didn't quite know what was going on, it wasn't hard for me to pick a side. As I fucking laid eyes upon a 8-foot tall, giant, green thing cleave a human warrior who looked to be wearing some kind of medieval plate mail in half. Blood fountained everywhere, and the cleaved man continued screaming even as half of his body flew across the grassy knoll and landed a half dozen feet away from me. It was time to move. I jumped up from my prone position, my hands immediately checking my body for my weapons. And thankfully, they found them. I ripped my Glock pistol from its holster and put it in a tactical handhold as I sprinted across the open ground for cover. In front of me, one of those 8-foot tall monsters appeared. Without hesitation, I raised my pistol and fired 2 shots center mass. The 45 caliber rounds hit the beast, turning its roar of battle into a yelp of confusion. But I was already past it. Moving quickly and taking what's the word? Taking using one of the closest houses to get my bearings. I leaned against the mud walled house and looked around me. I wasn't an idiot. I'd played video games. I played Dungeons and Dragons as a kid. I'd watched movies. I'd seen Lord of the Rings. I was seeing medieval knights, or whatever they were, they looked like medieval knights, facing off against giant green monsters, which I could only take to be orcs. Somehow, my mission turned from a wedding decimation to some kind of insane fever dream where giant monsters were chopping humans in half. Well, this ended now. I took a deep breath, went through my gear, and saw I still had my tactical loadout. Somehow my rifle had disappeared, but My bullets still worked fine.
The men were joyous in blood as Wicked Horn, Crooked Dick, and myself kicked down doors and grabbed wenches by the hair, throwing them into the dirt and mud. We laughed with our bellies full of revenge and lust. One warrior came towards me, screaming, "Not my wife!" I backhanded the fool and walked him down, scimitar coated with his brethren's blood. He tried to defend himself. Lifting his sword up, I carved it into, taking off his offending hand. Ah! He held the limb to his chest as I rested my foot. As I kicked his legs out, laid him in the dirt, and rested my foot on his chest. The tip of my blade slowly lifted up his helmet, and I could see the fear in his eyes. "Do you know what I'm going to do?" I grunted. Please, no. I am going to blade through his visor, ended his suffering. That's right. You shall never know. Ah! I screamed. The bloodlust, like most orcs, would overtake us, causing us to go on a rampage. It was a fine thing, holding back one's lust for vengeance and seeing with a clear perspective what needed to be done. Flames ate buildings. Well, the dirty mud huts these peasants called buildings. I knew that if we didn't collect the food and the loot in time, then all this would go up in flames. "Crooked Dick!" I shouted. He was busy strangling some wench. "Leave her alone! Gather the men! We need to collect the food. We need the gold. If we do not get it, those damn elven short bastards will be triumphant another day. Remember, brothers, we do this for the joy of the kill, but we also do this for the horde." The men dispersed as I made my way to the biggest hut I could see. If there was one thing I could say about the human race, it was this. The biggest house was held by the biggest idiot or their self-proclaimed leader who had the best stuff. I knew I would find hidden jewels, coins, assortment of delicacies that he didn't want his followers to find out about. Walking down towards the hut, I knocked on the door as I heard shuffling from behind the wooden doors. "Knock, knock, knock, knock." There were silence from behind the doors, but I could still hear the heavy breathing. Putting my ear against the door, I whispered, "Yeah." Leaning back, I hacked the door down with my scimitar as screams came from within. 1, 2, 3. Punching a hole, I shoved my face in and looked in. My, What pretty little things we have here. Inside was the fattest human I had seen, belly dangling over his nether regions. Wife or females, I could never tell, huddled behind him. He held a crossbow and fired. Ah! Embedded in my breastbone. I laughed as I ran a finger along its shaft. Admirable, but this will be your last act of defiance. Kicking down the door, I heard a shout behind me. Demon! Green fiends! The accent was weird. Turning around, I saw a man dressed in gear that I'd never seen before. Dark green, almost like the forest. He held a small weapon in his hands, pointed in my direction. Stay back! I laughed as I pulled the arrow from my chest and walked his way.
I watched the biggest orc of them all walk across the center of this small, filthy town to the biggest house. He screamed some nonsense in their guttural language before shouts rang out, and he kicked the door down and entered. That was my cue. While I didn't know exactly where I was, what was going on, or anything really, except there were people and there were monsters. I didn't fuck with monsters. I stood up, checked my pistol, and began making my way forward. The best defense was a good offense after all. And I'd already proven my 45 was more than capable of taking these freaks out. Besides, I knew from if they were anything like humans, people lost themselves in the lust of battle. It was my turn to go out and take advantage of that situation. But as luck would have it, right as I left the obscuring confines of the medieval house's wall, the giant orc strode out of the big house, shouted some things, and began walking in my direction. In his hand, he held a 5-foot-long piece of metal which looked like a sword. Whatever. I held my weapon up, grinned at the big beast, and fired 2 rounds into his tree trunk size leg. The 2 .45 caliber hollow point rounds hit the orc's right knee and exploded, taking 2 grapefruit-like sized chunks out of the creature's appendage. To his credit, the creature didn't even scream. It just looked down at his leg, confused, before falling down to the ground and beginning to roar, a bestial roar so loud that I had to cover my ears. By the time he finished, answering roars sounded out from around the village. Suddenly, all dozens upon dozens orcs were flooding the center of town, consequently surrounding me and the downed giant orc. This was not how I planned things to happen. But being, as Mike Tyson likes to say, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. This was my first punch in the mouth. And with 2 quick gestures, I yanked 2 grenades off of my chest bandolier, tossing them in 2 opposite directions. The metal balls hit the filthy, manure-covered earth, right underneath the running orcs. The monster's oblivious to the explosives. That was great, because 1 second later, dual blasts sounded out in the courtyard, knocking dozens of orc beasts like 9 pins, bowling pins. I followed up my grenade attack by sprinting forward and emptying clip after clip into the down monsters, saving the largest, meanest, ugliest, now one-legged orc for last. I stopped a foot away as the beast stared up at me, not in fear, but furious anger that was so palpable. I felt like I could see it coming off of him like a red steam. Like the monster turned his anger into a visible thing. I paused, staring at the creature, and realized it was a physical thing. The steam covering the creature began to billow out, bigger and bigger, even starting to come close to me. I began to take step backs as the monster roared again and then stood up in the cloud of fuming red gas. And then something else happened. His leg, which I was sure I'd shot the fuck out of and was missing chunks, was now fully healed. And the beast began to walk my way.
I underestimated this new threat. It appeared to be human, but no human had ever damaged the great one like myself before. I watched as my brethren, my brothers, exploded into chunks as this creature, this abomination, this devil killed them like a coward.
Shooting, or whatever his attack was, taking them in the head and destroying their souls, so not even the shamans could bring them back.
It was pitiful. It was cowardly. It was deceitful. It was human. We orcs valued combat. We valued honor. But this thing delivered death from far away without even getting the blood of his foes on his skin. My anger, my manner, my will, my aura poured out of me in a red mist and healed my injuries. Although there was a cost to using this, I was draining my natural health tremendously, aging myself. by decades, none of that mattered. This threat needed to be exterminated before it went on and decimated the Horde. I had to end it now. I had to kill it for the sake of the people. With a mighty roar, scimitar held above my head, flames billowing behind me. I charged it down as it too looked at me and sprinted forward. Thing shooting out projectiles in a cloud of little explosions. This day, one of us would be the victor. This day, one of us would be the hero. Yeah!
The end of episode 38, The Story Forge. The orc versus the human.
Seal 6. The orc versus Seal 6.
Hey, the orc horde versus Steel Team 6. That could be fun. We'll see how that'll be good.
Yeah, that's good time. Yeah. Good time.
I know you were looking at me like I was like, what the fuck are you doing with this?
I know.
You're like, what are you doing? I was like, okay, just give me. I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that. That was cool.
I enjoyed that too. I was thinking if you didn't end it, I was gonna have you run away or me run away or something happen where we can't fight, and then you have to like go back, and then it's like, all right, now we figure out what to do.
Yeah,
but that was good, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much, so sir. What is your dislike about it?
Nothing at all.
Oh, good.
Nothing at all.
That's it for me. I enjoyed it, man. I think that went great. I think we went long each time.
We did very.
We talked for like 10 minutes each.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Long. Yeah, we're getting better and going long. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, nothing at all. Thank you for listening to the Story Forward podcast. As always, please subscribe, like, don't be a dick, which is our motto. Buy our books. If each one of you buy our books for less than a coffee a day, you will change no one won't change our lives, but you'll make a difference. You'll make a motherfucking difference. What have you got, brother, before we sign out?
Check out the stream. Everybody always asks me how do you write books, how to write a book, blah blah blah. I stream my work day almost every day. Links are in the chat. Other than that, buy a book. If you can't buy a book, shoot me an email. I'll send you one. And if you can't do that, like and subscribe. Don't be a dick, as Dom says. And as I say, it's free. Don't be an a-hole. Thank you for watching. Story Forge we're having a good time. These stories are getting better and better. When we started off today, I was really wanting to talk some smack. I really wanted to be like, real, like I was gonna go real, like deep racist troll. But I got sidetracked with a good story. So good times.
All right,
really good times.
Cool.
How about you, brother? You got anything?
No, that's it. Just buy books. Follow me on socials. Like and subscribe. You can read my books on Royal Road.
Links are all in the chat. And hey, we're gonna talk about Epstein list now, Bad Bunny Super Bowl, trans. We're gonna go into all the real stuff now. So everybody follow us on Patreon. The link's down there in the comments. We're about to get real. So if you want to know, what the 3 million plus pages are, the child trafficking, just stay tuned. All right, we'll be there. Just wait.
Pizza Hut was real.
Pizzagate, mofo. It was.
That's
crazy. It was. Everybody wasn't as a
pedophile. I know. Everyone was a P word.
38.
Everyone was a P word. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Alex was correct. All those years. The frogs are gay. The frogs are gay.
Deuces.